kindergartners, it's Mrs. Running. Thank you for being here. I know sometimes kiddos can't make it to the live virtual guidance class, so I appreciate you checking in to see what we did this week. Today, we are going to hear one of my most favorite stories, and it is titled Jacob's New Dress. Jacob ran to join Emily in the dress-up corner. Emily slid into a shiny yellow dress, while Jacob wiggled into a sparkly pink dress. They both reached for the crown, but Jacob got it first. "I'll be the princess," he said. Christopher frowned. "Jacob, why do you always wear the girl clothes? Put on the knight armor. That's what the boy wears." "Christopher, stop telling us what to do," said Emily. "Oh, I love that Emily said to Christopher, 'Hey, we get to decide what we're going to play and how we're going to play it. You don't get to make that decision for us.'" That's pretty awesome that she said to him that you don't have to tell us how to play. We've got it under control, Christopher. Ms. Wilson heard the hubbub. "What's going on, kids?" "Jacob is wearing girl clothes," complained Christopher. "The dress-up corner is where we come to use our imaginations," Miss Wilson said. "You can be a dinosaur, a princess, a farmer, anything." "Christopher, what do you want to be?" "A boy," Christopher scowled. Miss Wilson smiled. "Jacob, you try it. What new thing could you imagine being? A firefighter? A police officer?" "Miss Wilson," Jacob said proudly, "I'm the princess." "How was school today?" Mom asked, studying Jacob's face. "Fun?" "Christopher says boys can't wear dresses," said Jacob. "Can they?" "Of course they can." Mom hugged Jacob. "Why don't you get the dress you wore on Halloween and play in that?" Jacob pulled on his witch's dress and twirled. He loved the way the black lace swirled around him. "I want to wear my dress to school." Jacob's mom frowned. "I don't think so," she said. "That's for dress up at home. It would get dirty at school." "Then can I get a regular dress? A dress I can wear to school?" Mom was quiet. "Let me think about that," she said. Kindergartners, why do you think Mom needs to think about this instead of just saying yes right away? Any thoughts? Jacob wondered what to play next. Pirate? Princess? Bird? Heaping 3 towels onto the floor, Jacob made a nest. Then he wrapped another towel around himself for feathers. Snug and warm, he imagined what a school dress would look like. The next morning, Jacob stood on the stairs wrapped in a giant bath towel. "What are you wearing?" asked his mom. "It's like a dress, but I can get it dirty," Jacob said, pointing to the towel. "I made it." His dad frowned. "You can't go to school like that." "Put on some shorts and a shirt under that dress thing," Mom said, "and hurry. We're late for school." "What's that?" demanded Christopher. Jacob moved closer to his mom. "Good morning, Christopher," said Jacob's mom. "Jacob's wearing something new he invented. Isn't it nice?" Christopher didn't answer. "I want a dress like that," cried Emily. "Where'd you get it?" "It's not a dress," said Jacob, glancing up at his mom. "It's a dress thing." Jacob saw Emily's smile and grinned back. "I can make you one." The playground was full of laughter and running feet as the children played tag. Christopher sneaked up, yanked off Jacob's towel, and ran away whooping. "Christopher is mean," said Emily. Jacob watched Christopher wave the towel like a captured flag. and started to cry. Kindergartners, this is not how we treat people. Everybody needs to be treated with kindness and respect. That's what Jacob wants to wear to school, so we should let Jacob wear that to school. Christopher wants to wear this outfit to school, so we should let him wear that outfit to school. Today, this is what I decided to wear to school. And that's okay. We all wear what feels comfortable to us. And for Jacob, he wanted to wear that towel that he made kind of to look like a dress. How was school today? Mom asked. Christopher stole my dress thing, said Jacob. The tears flooded back. Mom hugged Jacob. I'm sorry. Christopher's not always a good friend. Mom, whispered Jacob, can you help me make a real dress? Mom didn't answer. The longer she didn't answer, the less Jacob could breathe. I'm thinking Jacob really wants to wear a dress to school, and he wants his mom to give him permission to do so. And I think Mom is maybe not sure if she should allow that, because she knows that some kids might not understand it and might say or do something to hurt Jacob's feelings. And she's worried about that because it's her son and she loves him. Again, kindergartners, anybody can wear whatever they want to wear. We express ourselves in so many different ways. We express ourselves by the clothes we wear, how we wear our hair, the name that we like to go by. If we're she, he, they, him, her, the music we listen to, the books we read, the art projects that we enjoy making, all of that stuff is how we express ourselves and show who we are and what our interests are. And Jacob wants to express himself by wearing what's comfortable to him, and for him that's a dress. Let's get the sewing machine, she said finally. Jacob felt the air refill his body. He grinned. Mom smiled back. There are all sorts of ways to be a boy, she said. Right? And there are. There's all sorts of ways to be a boy. There's all sorts of ways to be a girl. There's all sorts of ways to be a person. Dad looked up from his book. Mom and I made a dress, said Jacob quietly. Dad studied the dress. Jacob started to get that can't breathe feeling again. I can see you worked hard on that dress, said Dad. Are you sure that you want to wear it to school? Jacob nodded. His dad nodded back and smiled. Well, it's not what I would wear, but you look great. Jacob skipped up the front walk to school. He found Emily inside and showed her his new dress. They found matching colors in their clothes and laughed. Purple and white. Do you want to play dress up? Asked Emily. Nah, let's do the monkey bars. Together, they ran out to the playground. My mom and I made this dress, Jacob said proudly during circle time. We used her sewing machine. That's wonderful, said Miss Wilson. Was the sewing machine hard to use? Why does Jacob wear dresses? Interrupted Christopher. Miss Wilson paused. I think Jacob wears what's comfortable for him, just like you do. Not very long ago, little girls weren't allowed to wear pants. Can you imagine that? Christopher shook his head. I asked my dad. He says boys don't wear dresses. Jacob rubbed the hem of his dress, looking at the little stitches he'd sewn himself. He could hear Miss Wilson and the other kids talking, but their words sounded far away. On the playground, Christopher yelled, Let's play tag, boys versus girls. Jacob, you're on the girls' team. A bunch of kids laughed. Jacob felt his dress surrounding him like armor. Soft, cottony, magic armor. Christopher, I made this dress. I'm proud of it, and I'm going to wear it. And you know what else? Jacob tagged Christopher. You're it. Jacob sprinted across the playground, his dress spreading out like wings. Friends, people wear what they want to, what they feel comfortable in, what they're interested in, what they enjoy, and we should all be allowed to do that. If Mrs. Running wants to wear pants to school, I should be allowed to do that. If I want to wear a skirt to school, I should be allowed to do that. If I want to wear my hair really curly one day, I should be allowed to do that. And you should be allowed to wear what makes you feel comfortable and how you choose to express yourself. So there's this worksheet, and it talks about how people choose to express themselves in so many different ways, but that no matter how you express yourself, all people deserve kindness and respect. So I decided to make a person, and I called this person Ellison. So here is Ellison. Ellison has short brown hair. Ellison has brown eyes. Ellison wears glasses. And it says, "Hi, my name is Ellison, and I like music, art, and football." And that's Ellison. And Ellison is choosing to express themselves by wearing this outfit and by sharing some of their interests. Friends, please remember, you always have the right to feel respected and safe no matter where you are and who you're with. And you should always respect other people's ways of expressing themselves as well. Thank you for tuning in for guidance. I will see you next